With a cure for the anti-life plague within grasp, the heroes of the new Justice League will have to go off-world in order to claim it. All this and more in the pages of Dceased Dead Planet issue number 4. Let's hop on in together, shall we? Alrighty then, so picking up from where the last issue left off, John Constantine returns to Poison Ivy's garden in Gotham with the Cavalry, Mr. Miracle. Together they've all theorized that the best way to cure the anti-life plague may exist somewhere out beyond the stars with Metron and the Mobius chair. After all, whomsoever sits on the chair will have all the knowledge in the universe, including probably how to inverse the anti-life equation. Now this is going to be a big ol' space mission, so not everyone can go. We actually get a very sweet scene with Damian Wayne telling John and Cassie to either both come back or neither come back because he's made enough progress in therapy to know that he would probably take out his anger on the Survivor. Wow, an emotionally mature Batman, holy crap, all it took was the end of the world. Naturally, if the good guys are going into space, they want a Green Lantern on their side. Unfortunately, Dinah didn't actually make it inside Poison Ivy's garden. She's been staying outside watching over the zombified corpse of her husband, Green Arrow. Oh, you know, that is equal parts romantic and gross. I hope one day I can fall in love so great that my significant other will want to keep my corpse around even after I've turned into a zombie. It's like, hit me up, girl, this could be you and me, but you playin'. Now, when our detachment of heroes actually do make it to New Genesis, seat of the new gods, it's not exactly a warm reunion for Mr. Miracle and his kinfolk. Light Ray makes some snide comments and is told to shut up, and I mean, really, who hasn't always wanted to tell Light Ray to shut up? I mean, come on, his name is Light Ray. And naturally, Scott-Free and Orion need to punch each other because, well, that's just kinda the law of the land here in New Genesis. Highfather even makes fun of it. Oh, are my kids fighting again? Must be a day that ends in Y. This situation goes from funny to incredibly sad, though, when we realize that, get this, Mr. Miracle and Big Barda had themselves a son before everything went horribly wrong. His name is Jacob, as in Jacob's Ladder. And Scott's been so horribly broken up over the death of his wife, Big Barda, he pretty much dropped him off here with his grandpa and hasn't seen him in 5 years. Ooh. Scott and Highfather actually have themselves a pretty deep and complex conversation about parenthood and failing as fathers. After all, Highfather's most famous move was giving his kid to Apocalypse and hope it would stop a war, but, you know, war kept happening anyway. Mr. Miracle hopes that if he's finally able to save Big Barda, save all the people who still can be from the anti-life equation, then maybe he'll finally be brave enough to be part of his son's life. Now, Metron is a slippery individual, maybe one of the smartest beings in the universe, and certainly one of the fastest, so if they want to plan an ambush for him, they're going to need the perfect piece of cheese, something that he would really, really want, like, oh, I don't know, Madame Xanadu's future-telling crystal ball? Sadly, though, when jumping him for his chair fails, it's actually Mary Marvel, of all people, who has to step on in and try and appeal to him on an intellectual level. After all, if the anti-life equation is allowed to spread and all life in the universe dies, there's going to be no new information for Metron to absorb. And I mean, really, there's nothing worse for a big old nerd like Metron than having no new information to catalog. Cyborg gets to sit on the chair, and he thinks he may finally have found a way to turn his blood into anti-life antibodies. There's just one big, massive, glaring problem, though. You see, Metron actually does get his hands on that crystal ball and looks into the future that has been eluding him this whole time, and he sees something so horrifying he takes off and runs. But I mean, really, what could be so bad as to scare such a powerful life form like Metron? Well, the answer may surprise you. It's the Unliving Darkseid. Yeah, it would seem getting zombified and having his planet blow up on him wasn't enough to kill him, just enough to make him really, really angry, and he follows our heroes back to New Genesis, where it looks like the plague has found a whole new group of people to infect as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Dceased Dead Planet issue number 4, everybody, and I gotta say, this issue had a lot going on with it. Just when I think I have this series nailed down and I know where it's gonna go, Tom Taylor really swerves me in a great way. The family drama unfolding between Scott-Free and the rest of the New Gods is really excellent stuff, and Taylor takes to it really well. I would love to see him actually do more work with these characters, maybe in a miniseries, because he manages to make them relatable in a way that I think few writers have been able to do in a very, very long time. Major hats off, too, to Hairston and the rest of the art team, who just make a frickin' meal of all these huge spaceways and zombified gods and everything. It's a real sight to behold. Some of the best images in this series so far were here in this issue. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one an 8.5 out of 10. This was good stuff, and I cannot wait to see where it all goes next. Hey there everyone, Kate Joel again, and I just want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. And hey, if you enjoyed the book I covered in this issue and want some comics of your own, might I recommend Book Depository? It's my #1 place for shopping for comic book trades. You get a great price, and if you use my link down in the description, you'll actually be helping me out at the same time. You get something, I get something, everybody wins, right? So until next time everyone, I've been Joel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.